Last movie on our list today, The Quest for Fire. Learn how missionary became a thing in this fantastic Ron Pearlman movie.
Oh my God.
Jude.
You keep ruining my synopsis.
Take it away.
1981, Quest for Fire. Rated R with a runtime of 1 hour, 40 minutes.
This was a brilliant piece of film.
Dude.
This had a budget of $12.5 million. What do you think this brought into the box office?
58 million. It's glorious.
Vader?
$200 million.
Alex, I feel like you're a savant. $55 million.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
It made money?
Because my number said around 21 million.
I will fucking
stab you in your sleep tonight.
Is that like rental?
That's 1981 money.
Like home video money?
Like $50 million in 1981 was like a huge hit.
It's Academy Award winning.
It won it for makeup.
Do you have to correct me every single time?
Jude?
Can you not just let the show be made?
All right. What's the movie all about?
In this Academy Award winning cinematic aneurysm.
Academy Award winning movie.
A prehistoric tribe of Cro-Magnon people search for fire, bone other prehistoric people, and speak only in unintelligible gibberish. After Neho entertains the ladies of the mud paint tribe for an entire evening, their leader says thank you by teaching him how to make fire. And then his girlfriend teaches him how to bang missionary style. And then they have a baby. The end.
That was badass. I love this movie, dude. I love this movie.
Seriously. So usually I try to Kanish will kind of explain the plot a little bit more and kind of like detail it. There is no plot to this movie.
Yes, there is. There's a plot.
It's literally
they lose fire. They have to go find fire
and bring it home.
They have some adventures and they bring it home.
That's it.
That's it.
First of all, you guys.
So, like, listen, I want to point out really quick that the order of that we watch these movies today were like from least primitive to most primitive. Right? These people in this third movie are straight up fucking monkeys.
Yes.
Okay. It is ridiculous.
I want to. Okay. I don't want. I have to talk about.
Orangutan.
I have to talk about Ron Pearlman.
Oh, he's brilliant.
He's
absolutely.
So this was his first movie.
Yes.
And I don't think he had any makeup.
He chews the shit out of this movie.
He's so good. He's so good.
Even when he is not the main character on the frame. Like, there's a main character is a different person. Mm-hmm. Ron Pearlman's like a side character in this movie.
Yeah. He's the sidekick.
But
Ron Pearlman has always been a badass.
Yeah.
And I think I want to fuck him.
He plays Ammo Car.
Oh man.
Anyway, even when he's not like the focal point of the frame and he's just like a background character, the dude is acting.
Oh, yes.
He is a freaking caveman from start to finish in this movie, and he never lets it up. I respect the shit out of him for that.
I think that's the most emotion I've ever seen out of you.
He freaking acts his ass off.
Man. Ron Pearlman is a fucking stud.
He kills it in this movie.
Yeah.
He's like sitting over there freaking banging sticks and chewing on grass. And I'm just like, I don't think that's fake. That's real. He's
so
like,
good.
This entire movie was filmed in the backyard of his house.
Oh, man.
He was just like, yeah, come on over. I'm just going to climb a tree and just film around
We'll
me.
put the hose in the wall and, we'll make some mud pits and we'll have we'll have a good time. It's all good.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys, they on this quest for fire. So it starts off with these cave people are living peacefully in a cave and they have a fire going. And the narration explains in the beginning of the movie that fire is like the thing.
It is the thing.
It's the thing that separates you
Power.
from the other people. Like you are the powerful ones.
Fire
if you have
gives you food. It gives you
this
the ability to cook your food.
Fireball.
Fire good.
This other clan of like pre-human existence people. Like they're like Bigfoot people.
Yeah.
Right. They're all hairy and
they're still monkeys. Basically.
Yeah, they still look like monkeys.
They're like a couple thousand years before Ayla's tribe.
Right.
Yeah.
They come in and they attack Ron Pearlman's clan.
I think they said 80,000. The
80,000 years
Just
before.
is 80,000 years, whereas quest for or
cave people,
clan of the cave bear was like 10,000 years.
Sure.
So whatever, whatever. you know, it's the scientific community completely like shit on this movie.
I'm sure they did.
It's a bunch
I don't
of
really
bullshit.
hold to that math, but
And
please
it's
continue.
fine. It's a movie, all right. So it's fine.
So these monkey people, basically, like real monkey people, come in and like decimate Ron Perlman's clan and kill them and steal their fire.
Yes.
So from this
Well,
point,
they don't get to steal their fire.
they snuck.
They didn't steal their fire. They just fucked them up and killed a bunch of them.
Well,
and then when they escaped the cave, they went to the swamp for
let
some
them tell
reason.
For whatever reason, they go. The only caveman with male pattern
Yeah,
baldness.
the bald guy.
The
fucked
bald
everything
dude
up.
fucked everything up.
So there's like a fire keeper, and they have like these little embers of fire that they keep in
Yeah.
a cage,
Right.
so that they always keep it stoked so like they can create more fire. And the guy who's in charge of it, the fire keeper,
bald
falls
guy.
into the marsh, and the embers go out, and
Yeah.
so like their clan now no longer has the ability to make fire.
So it is up
Yeah,
to
because they don't know how to make fire, but they know how to use it.
yeah. It's up to Ron Perlman and the two other characters that I don't even ask me what the names are.
The main character is played by Everett McGill, who was in Twin Peaks. If there are any Twin Peaks fans out there, he plays Noah, who's the main character.
It's now.
Or now, yeah. And then there's a third guy who I don't know who he is. I think according to the credits, his name is Gaw. So Noah, Amaker, and Gaw are like are the three warriors from the tribe who must go out and quest for fire.
So they go and it's they basically run into a bunch of rival clans on the way for their quest for fire.
Mud paint people.
The cannibals, there's mud people,
There's like different tribes on the evolutionary scale.
Yeah.
Of whatever.
Just want to reiterate that there's not a single word spoken
not
in this
a
whole movie.
single line of dialogue.
and it's absolutely amazing.
It's actually like watching a silent film in a weird way.
yeah, it is. It's
I
all
like
grunts.
silent films are
I know-
better.
listen, you guys are giving me shit all week long about how there was no like words in this movie,
Yeah.
but every one of us knew what was going on in this movie.
Did we though?
We did.
Did we?
Absolutely.
Because I had to explain it to Jude.
I know, I think he's
not that
right.
complicated.
I was never confused by the plot because the plot was like one thing.
That
I knew what was
as soon
going on
as
through
he
this
said
movie.
that, I
every
got
time.
like a searing pain inside my lady brain.
Yes.
That was like, no, you didn't. I was like, shut the fuck up.
So they go on this quest for fire and they run into a bunch of hijinks, rival clans, monkey people, cannibals, and eventually they get to the point where somebody teaches them how to create fire. And it's a
you
game
rub the- you
changer.
rub the
They rub
sticks
the stick
together.
together.
How to create missionary
And,
style.
and that, well, that's
yeah.
my favorite part of this goddamn movie.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, I want to point out two scenes.
Okay, please.
So the first
You
scene
would.
is where they come across the cannibal tribe. And the
Mm.
cannibal tribe knows how to create fire.
Yes.
So like they'll light these fires, they'll let them go out, the smoke goes up, and the warriors start following the smoke trail until they catch up with them. And I believe it was the Wagaboo tribe, which is the cannibals.
Your guess is as good as mine.
And they caught two women from this Ulam tribe, which is like the mud people.
The mud
basically.
people, yeah.
And they've carved up one of them, and they're like eating their body parts and stuff like that when the three warriors come across them.
Barbecue.
And yeah, barbecue. And so like Ron Pearlman and Gaw kind of distract.
Gah.
Yeah, they kind of distract the cannibals so that they leave their fire unattended, and that gives Everett McGill the ability to go up to the fire and steal it. However, there's like one dude left behind, and I believe like the entire Wagaboo tribe was played by wrestlers, so like they're big,
Amazing.
hulky guys. And so like this guy sees him trying to steal their fire, and he's like, "Dude, what's up?" That's one of the things about this movie is because there's no dialogue in my head. I was just writing dialogue for them, and they're all like, "Dude, bro." So he goes up to Everett McGill and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?" And Everett McGill's like, "I'm stealing your fire, bro." And they have a fight, and as they're fighting, the cannibal guy bites Everett McGill on the dick,
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he does.
and Everett McGill is just like, "Ow, that fucking hurts."
Yeah.
And then he kills the guy who bit him on the dick. And so like he's nursing his wounded dick as he's stealing the fire. And the one surviving chick who they were going to eat escapes. And she's like, that guy who got bit on the dick just saved me. And so she starts following him where he meets up with his buddies. And they're all happy that he got the fire. And he's like, yeah, dude, but this guy bit my dick and it really hurts. And so the girl takes a bunch of mud and starts putting it on his dick to make it feel better. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for helping my dick.
None of this happened. None of this happened.
No, it did happen. It's in the movie.
It is. It's in the movie. It's the best thing ever. And he's like,
I need you to subtitle this shit.
No, when that happened, you asked me what just happened. I'm like, I think he bit him on the dick.
Yeah, this is all in your brain.
no, it's in the wiki. I read the Wikipedia.
Okay,
it says in the Wikipedia, he got bit on his dick.
No dialogue to represent him saying, hey, he got bit on the dick. I'm gonna make it feel better. Oh, thank you so much for making my dick feel better. The whole scene that Kadish just described did not happen.
No, she goes up to him with a big fistful of mud. Yeah. And then she gets underneath his loincloth and he's like,
gives him a handy with the mud.
Here's what actually happened. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, 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 ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You're both correct.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard Kadish say.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait till I get to the next scene.
Oh man,
I want to talk about. All right, so that's
I'll translate it caveman style.
Yeah, so that's the first scene where they actually got the fire and he got bit on the dick. Okay, so the next scene, okay, the girl who's hanging out with them, her name's Ika, according to the credits.
Rae Dawn Chong.
Rae Dawn Chong.
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, the girl from Commando.
Soul Man.
And Soul Man.
Red Dawn.
Oh, Commando.
Full frontal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But with body paint.
Yeah.
So this is a movie by Jean-Jacques, who's a French director who directed one of my all-time favorite movies called In the Name of the Rose, starring Sean Connery and Christian Slater. And he cast Rae Dawn Chong because she was just comfortable being naked the whole time. So in this movie, there's a scene where they're all like hanging out around the fire at night. And Rae Dawn Chong is sitting there kind of like trying to get comfortable and go to sleep. And she's just wafting, like she's just opening up her crotch and like rubbing herself. And Ron Pearlman's sitting like nearby and he's just like eating bugs. And he starts smelling her pussy wind.
Pheromones.
As she's wafting her pussy wind towards him, he starts smelling. He's like, interesting. And she's literally like moving her leg like she's like fanning it towards him. And so Ron Pearlman is like, you know what? I'm gonna get on some of this. And so he goes over to her and she's
caveman
like caveman style. And she's like, hey, I didn't mean for you to like wanna fuck my pussy. I just wanted you to smell it. And he's like, no, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you now. And so like she runs away and she goes to Everett McGill's character, the guy who got bit on the dick. And she's like, hey, your buddy's trying to fuck me. I don't want this. And so Noah's like, dude, that's not cool, Ron Pearlman. Don't fuck this girl because she doesn't want it. And Ron Pearlman's like, dude, sorry, I'll be over here. And then immediately, once Ron Pearlman goes away and fucks off, Everett McGill starts raping the girl. He literally turns around. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna rape you with my bit dick." And it just like goes right at her. And she's like, "Dude, I thought you were cool." And he's like, "No, man,
I'm not cool."
He was like, cool. Listen, you're getting raped. You can just choose who does it.
But then she comes back for more later. Yeah. She's like, no, that wasn't that bad.
But Ron Pearlman's watching him rape her. And he's like, dude, what the fuck? Wait, you can rape her and I can't?
Oh, it's fine for you.
I wanted to do that. My sides hurt.
And then the rest of the movie, like Ron Pearlman and the other guy are hanging out. And it's like when you have that buddy who's dating the girl that you don't like and she totally ruins him. And the group dynamic, like they just look so annoyed at Noah's girlfriend the entire time.
Do you guys remember when I tried to make this podcast PG?
Yeah, no, that never would work for us. Never in a million years.
I don't even know if I can put this on YouTube.
She's like, hold on a minute.
Well, we're after the 60-second rule, so we're okay. What the fuck are you doing? Dude, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's where she teaches him this new technology called
dude.
missionary.
Oh god.
The realization of missionary position in this freaking movie is glorious.
But before
That's how they learned it.
That's how they learned.
no, wait. Before that happens, though, we got to talk about this. So Noah gets caught in quicksand.
Yes.
Oh
Okay?
god.
And,
Yeah.
and
Now.
and the Ulan tribe finds him and rescues him. And this is the tribe of like the girl that he raped, the mud girl.
Yeah, the mud people.
paint people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Twitch streamer people.
And so like one of the things about the Ulam tribe is they like big women.
Yeah, they like them thick.
Yeah, they like them thick and voluptuous. And so like they have all these like big women in their tribe.
That's right.
And they convince Noah
No.
to fuck all of them. And so you just have this cavalcade of like really big women coming in, getting doggy style.
They getting in line.
And the entire tribe gets around and is like, "Hey Noah, fuck that girl, fuck her." And he's like, "Okay." And so he starts fucking all these big women, and the entire tribe's like cheering him on.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
great.
in a weird little circle jerk. And then they're like, "Okay, because you fucked all of our women, we're going to teach you how to make fire."
You won. You passed the test
Good for him, man.
of the night-long fuck line.
Good for him. Good for him. I was proud of that boy. He did a good job. Oh my god. Crazy ass movie, right?
And one of the reasons why Rae Dawn Chong's character was like, you know, kicked out of the tribe and like nobody cared about her was because she was too skinny.
Too small.
Yeah, she wasn't voluptuous enough for the Ulam tribe.
Yeah. They like the girls a little bigger.
They like big butts and they can't.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm honestly speechless. I don't even know what to say about this movie.
Listen,
anymore.
when the girl walks in with an itty bitty waist around in your face, you get sprung.
Oh my god. This
She
movie,
likes them long and
this
strong.
movie is ridiculous.
But
Gotta-
why
they gotta get their-
don't
they
you
gotta-
talk about the missionary scene?
they got to get.
That was my favorite scene in the entire movie.
You don't let me finish.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So they like them long and strong. They got to get their friction on. So
So fellas,
Yeah? Yeah?
baby got back. Yeah.
How many people have we lost on Twitter Spaces?
Oh, we're down to like 6.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
Oh my god.
Those people put us on mute and
It's our
walked away.
Yeah.
patrons. It's our patrons. They're cool.
yeah,
They're
I'm
good.
sure it is. Yeah, the only people who pay for this kind of content would be listening at this point.
You motherfuckers can't deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waisted around thing in your face, you get sprung.
and the best part about that scene is you just have these like big women just on all fours in
Oh,
the
God.
background, just waiting,
Okay, yeah,
waiting
so
for Noah.
Definitely the soundtrack changed for this movie too.
I like this movie even better now.
I do too.
I'm changing my.
I was gonna give
I'm
it a 1
changing my
star.
rating. I'm changing my rating.
It's going up.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh god, no! The missionary position freaking cracked me up because she's like, they're like, and then,
This
like,
is much better.
yeah, and then she's like, no. She does like a full like Khal Drogo and
Yes.
Amelia
So
Clark
easy.
scene.
It starts off with doggy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no.
Caveman style.
That's
whatever.
that's not how this goes, bro. Like Khal Drogo.
Want to look upon
Let
your
me-
face.
Yeah, let me show you Khaleesi style.
But I
And
don't
she
want to do
flips
the
over.
work, so like you stay on top.
Yeah, of course. And and that's just so, he was just like he was so confused.
Yeah,
and then
he's like, "What is this?"
yeah, what is this black magic sex position?
And then he gets like super into
And
it.
then he gets super
and
into
Ron
it.
Perlman and the
And
other
we're-
guy are just
they're-
sitting back there like, "What the fuck is
They're
going on?"
like eating popcorn. Like, are you watching?
Yeah,
this?
they're like
taking notes.
picking stuff out of each other's hair, being like,
This
"Dude,
is
do you see what's
fucking
happening over there?"
wild.
Excuse me. My goodness. All right.
They're literally back there taking notes, like picking bugs out of each other's hairs. Like, dude, check this guy's out. What is he
Did you
doing?
guys see the part in the beginning of the movie where I don't remember who it was? Maybe it might have been Ron Perlman, where he's like chewing the bug
the twins?
out of his buddy's like chin.
They were
Yes.
twins, weren't
Shit, I'm
they?
like,
weren't
what
they
the
like
fuck is going
brothers?
on?
And there was that Riverside.
Boner.
Rape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Riverside
Can you
rape.
imagine filming that scene? It's like, okay, now Alex, I need you to like really get into his chin and chew the bugs
out of his beard.
Out of his beard. It's like, can you do that for me? And
I'll do it right now.
And then that scene that you're talking about, there was like 3 or 4 women of the clan just like drinking water out of the river, and this one like random horny dude just runs up and starts banging the.
And
Faces down, asses up. That's the way.
and the two who aren't getting raped are just like going about like,
Yeah, they're just like,
they're like, oh, whatever.
That's totally fine.
That sounds weird.
It's
And
just the way it
drink
goes.
this
I
river water.
cannot believe this movie got made.
Oh, it's so good.
It won an Academy Award.
Oh, what about the bear mauling scene?
That was great.
Or like they go into a cave and a bear just shows up and like mauls one of like the nameless guy who's not Ron Pearlman or Everett McGill.
Yeah, not Ron Pearlman.
And then like they
Not now.
yeah they get him away from the bear and he's all like fucked up. He's like that for the rest of the movie.
And then when they at the end of the movie, he gets back with his mate or whatever, and she's like licking his wounds. I'm like, what is going on?
I love the freaking cannibal scene because I was not expecting that at all.
With
yeah,
the
it was
fire.
With the fire, they get there and there's like the ashes of the fire or whatever, and they're like sitting there like chewing on the meat, and they're like, oh look, they left food behind.
Those idiots.
Oh,
they
and
left
And then
all
they
this
look
meat
over and they
behind.
realize there's like skulls and
Yeah.
stuff inside the dust, and they're like, "Oh, this is human meat."
Oh,
And
no.
Ron Perlman spits it out. And
He's like,
"Bleh." But later on, I don't know if they got an actress that only had one arm or something, but there was some lady tied up to a tree,
I
and
thought
she
it was
just
a guy.
I thought it was
Wasn't that a
I thought it
guy?
was a chick.
doesn't
Maybe
matter.
it
It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's the mud people, the painted mud
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
and they're like literally eating them while they're still alive.
Yeah, they're
there.
cutting off parts,
But
keeping
I
them alive.
did not expect that from this movie.
Well, the funniest part about this entire movie, okay,
have we not covered that yet?
no, we haven't, because they go through this huge, long, epic journey to get fire back to their village, and they give it to the firekeeper, and he immediately runs into the water and
snuffs
extinguishes
it
the
out.
fire by
Oh,
tripping.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just
That-
like, oops, and everyone's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, do you know what he went through to get there?
That goddamn bald guy.
Like literally like 5 seconds after they get back, he like puts the fire out by
For
accident.
whatever reason,
And
they're
he's
just
the firekeeper. He's the guy whose job it is to keep it lit.
It's like, why would I know why they're still in the swamp?
that's exactly.
Why
they
are they
like
still in the swamp?
they're
Get
in a
out of the
cave.
swamp.
They're safe in a dry cave, and they have this fire. And then, like when they get run out by the Neanderthal freaking Bigfoot people, they go to a swamp.
I know.
And they're just like, well, I guess we're stuck here until we have fire. I'm like, no, go literally anywhere else. And then when they
Listen.
get back, they have to trudge through the swamp, snuff the fire out, and then they're
Yeah.
like, oh shit. It was ridiculous.
No pun intended, but that guy's fired. You're welcome.
Yes.
The male pattern
And
baldness.
it had to be the bald guy.
The bald dude is the one who snuffed the fire. God.
Ridiculous.
So I think it's important to point out that this is based on a book. And it's like kind of like it's another big best-selling book out there. And I'd be interested to see the differences between the movie, because this movie was all practical. There were like all the effects and fighting and stuff
Yeah.
like that was all done in camera. There were no special effects in this movie.
Can you
Are
imagine
we?
the behind the scenes documentary of this movie? I bet it would be amazing. I don't even know if such a thing even exists.
Probably not.
But man,
I just
what-
really want to chew bugs out of your beard.
I know, right?
Because I love you.
Ugh. God, you can
I
chew.
mean, there was no TV back then, so like you had to entertain yourself somehow.
Like, they got in there. They
They
were like,
really did.
Yeah. Oh no, they were chewing on the dude's chin straight up.
yeah,
like-
for a while.
Yeah.
It took like a full minute for him to get whatever that was in the beard out. And then I think he ate it.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Definitely did. There was a scene where Ron Perlman ate a moth too at some point in time, I think, right?
So there's a
It's
great
France.
scene. There's a great scene where they're all like kind of like napping during the day,
Yeah.
and a rock falls on Ron Perlman's head, and Rae Dawn Chong just fucking loses it. She just starts cracking up like it's the funniest thing she's ever seen, and all the other guys are just like, "What the fuck's so funny, bitch?" And then later on, at the end of the movie, Ron Perlman drops a rock on the head of the guy who got mauled by the bear. And it hits him so hard that his head starts bleeding, and everyone starts cracking up.
They're like, you know what? That is funny.
Yeah, it was callback humor. It's like, oh, I didn't get it back then, but now that shit's fucking hilarious. It was the invention of comedy.
And missionary.
And
style.
missionary.
This film brought so much learning and wisdom into the new century.
You know
The new
what's,
era.
You know what's funny about this movie is that I think it was actually pretty well received.
It was.
You know,
It won an Academy Award.
It won some awards.
For makeup.
Well, just for stuff. I don't. But I do know that Siskel and Ebert,
They don't
They
matter.
like this
They
movie.
do
both-
not matter.
They don't matter, and I really don't give a shit what they have to say. But I found it amusing while looking at stuff about this movie that they both like gave this movie like 3.5 stars.
Wow.
It was really amusing.
They're like
to
the
me.
original freaking
Yes,
YouTube movie
for
reviewers.
Yeah.
for sure.
They're the
They're-
Godfathers.
They're the Jeremy Johns.
yeah.
So
They're the what are the Muppets? Something in Waldorf.
and I think this movie is actually like really like well rated, like on like Rotten
Overall,
Tomatoes and stuff.
yeah.
You know, like I think it's in like 82 or something like that. I'm not exactly 100%
Listen,
sure.
I don't think it holds up that well, and I
But-
don't recommend you go see it.
I do. I think people should watch this movie. It's a good fucking movie.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
a good movie. You guys are wrong.
It's
Okay?
crazy.
You're wrong.
I
It's
cannot
just-
believe that
it's
this
fun.
movie got made, and watching it,
Why?
I was like, because, dude, everything that we just talked about for the past 45 minutes
was hilarious.
it's
and you loved every
unintentionally
second.
hilarious.
It was not marketed as a comedy.
But we still enjoyed it.
No, we didn't.
You guys, I have not listened to you guys for the last 30 minutes.
I had to
thinking
drink
that
an
you guys are gonna
entire
give us a
bottle of
shitty movie.
Fireball
Yeah.
we did.
bro.
We split this 3 ways.
as though it were 2010.
You know, it's okay. I love this movie. I had a great time with this movie.
Final thoughts, give it a rating.
You want me to give this final thoughts? Or,
Yeah.
I guess we're about there. What did I give the last movie?
2.5.
2.5. Did I give 3 for?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 3.5.
God.
you are a
What
fucking
in the
asshole.
hell?
3.5 star. I love this movie. It's fun. I enjoyed this movie. I was encapsulated by the amazingness of this movie. I was just absolutely. I'm sorry. I had a good time. It was fun.
You're insane.
And no, I'm not insane.
Okay.
Watch this movie, people. It will draw you in. You will care about these characters. You will.
I don't
None
even
of
know
this
what
is
their
true.
I don't know
None
what
of
their
this is
It
names
doesn't matter.
are.
It doesn't matter.
How?
It's Ron
It's
Pearlman.
not even a word
Yeah,
uttered
no,
in
you're
this.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's just in
you
the
don't
credits.
know the names of anyone in this
it doesn't
movie.
matter.
Or
That's
their
how good this
tribes.
movie is. You don't have to know their names because they're cave people. Okay, they're looking for fire, and we get engrossed in their
In
quest
sex
for
lives.
fire.
We're getting engrossed in their sex lives.
It's it, and we
God,
it's
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. Fuck you. I don't care if you don't like my rating or not. All right, I that's what I'm giving it, and my score will correlate with the rest of the world's score about this movie as well.
Whatever, bro. Jude.
So yes.
Wow.
Final thoughts, give it a rating.
I need a minute.
It's okay. I don't care. Take as long as you want.
3.5 fuck
3.5 stars.
I hate this movie so
That's
much.
so good. It's the best movie
And
ever.
yet, while he was speaking, I felt as though parts of my head and brain were melting off during his synopsis of this and rating. This is a 1-star crap fest.
No, it is not. It
It's-
is not a
it's
1-star crap fest.
Horrible and absurd. And I was going to rate it a 2.
No, whatever.
But after that,
Whatever.
bullshit,
You're
it's
wrong.
1-star crap fest.
You don't belong on this side of the table right
This is
now.
a mockery
Oh
of
God.
cinema.
No way.
And those of you
Won
who
awards.
those of you who nominated it for
Academy
an award
Awards.
and then voted for it, I'm fucking coming for you.
Academy Awards.
Ooh, ah, ah, oh,
It's
oh,
not
oh,
1
oh,
star.
ah, 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 ah.
Wrong.
Matt Vader
Fire.
or Matt Gadish. Final thoughts, give it a rating.
So up to the point where Rae Dawn Chong was doing her pussy wafting of fumes towards Ron Pearlman, I was on the fence about whether or not I liked this movie. But the pussy fumes definitely
Hey, man,
Got to you.
they got to me.
those pheromones are strong, sir.
And I never knew how to do missionary until watching this movie. I didn't know that was a thing. There are so many amazing parts of this movie that while you're watching it are so painful. But when you talk about it afterwards, you're like, hey,
Pretty good.
that was pretty funny. It's like one of those things where like you went through something very traumatic, and then when you're telling your friends about it at the bar, it sounds a lot more interesting than it was when you lived through it. That's this movie. This movie is awful. It's terrible.
You're wrong.
It's a waste of time. I would not recommend this to anyone. I can't give it a 1-star crap fest. but I would give it solid 2 stars.
Okay, I'll accept that.
What did you give
I
the
don't
first
know
10,000
you
BC?
anymore.
2 stars.
This is not at the same level.
Well, it's directed by someone who I really respect as a director.
Oh,
And it's based off of a very well-respected book. And it's not an incompetent movie, but it's not my
Who's
type of
editing
movie.
this?
I am.
I'm going to need you to translate that
Okay.
into
Shill.
one star crap
Yeah.
fest at the bottom.
Yeah. If there's 2, God damn it, 2 stars. Okay. I'm with Jude.
Oh God.
Thank you.
This is a horrendously painful movie to
my
watch.
God.
Hilarious to talk about while drunk, but don't watch this movie.
Watch
I
it. Watch
sent
this
out
movie.
A
This is-
textual SOS.
This
While I was watching this, I was like, wait a minute.
this is a Tom, Jude, and Alex drunk bad movie night watch.
Yes.
That's what this is.
As long as we don't have to watch it.
Would you imagine how much fun we would have if we got drunk and watched this ridiculous movie?
Yeah, as long as we weren't watching it.
Yeah, it's so over the top ridiculous and probably unintentionally funny because the moments that Kate is just talking about are freaking hilarious.
Yeah, they're really good.
But they are taken very seriously within the context of the movie, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's the bare bones basic plot line. No spoken dialogue. It's a chore. It's shoe leather
Yeah.
to watch.
Shoe leather.
Shoe leather.
Come on.
Oh God, how
You're
long do I have to
crazy.
freaking chew this thing for? It's tough, dude.
3.5 stars.
God damn it, you're crazy.
No, I'm not.
You
This
can
is a-
feed your belly, but you're going to lose your teeth.
1-star crap fest.
No.
Go watch it.
You're wrong. I've watched
It's a 1-star crap fest, but still go watch it because if you have to experience it to understand what we're talking about. I think.
I have something to add.
it. Okay.
So every time Kadish keeps talking about the pussy wafting,
The pussy fumes, yes.
yes,
Woof. Those are real.
I keep
And Ron Pearlman's just like,
I keep picturing the most obscure scene in my head that's not this movie that I want you to put in when you edit this is, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but the scene in Serial Mom when the girl from Jewel of the Nile she's a serial killer and she's on trial for her murders, and it's a spoof but about something real, and there's a person a witness on the stand talking about like how he knows that she's guilty of it, but she just keeps like wafting her pussy fumes at him under the desk that she's sitting, and then he's just like, I didn't see anything. She's not guilty of this at all, and then she gets off of the murders, and
Okay.
that's all I keep picturing every time Kadish keeps saying pussy wafting.
Okay.
I keep picturing her legs
Listen,
doing
man.
this
This is
in a courtroom.
That is a real thing. All right.
Pussy wafting?
No, the pheromones. The pheromone thing, that is a real thing.
and they actually set up how acute their sense of smell is
Yes.
with the attack at the beginning, because all 3 of the warriors came out and they just start smelling the
They
air.
smelled the Bigfoot
Yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, no, this probably will be edited out. But I remember back in the day, a long time ago, like 1991, I was a bouncer at a bar. Okay.
Hot.
No,
And
I was a bouncer at this bar in Eugene, Oregon, on the University of Oregon. Okay, it was a college bar.
It was called Pussy Fumes.
No. The place was called Guido's. All right.
Buy pussy. We got every kind of pussy you
But,
want.
but there was
Big pussy.
Big pussy,
no,
little
no,
pussy. If you can't find the pussy here, then fuck it.
I think when I hear about like pheromones and shit, I remember very distinctly. Okay, now listen to me.
You worked at the titty twister.
No. There was one weekend where they had this male stripper review come into the fucking place, right? And they put on this show. And I swear to God, the place was filled with like 300 chicks and these Australian stripper dudes.
Oh my God.
And I was at the fucking door, checking IDs and shit. And you fucking go into the fucking bar, and it just smelled like pussy. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? It was just like wet pussy stain over the whole place. And you're like, Jesus Christ. Christ. And you're just like, and you just like start feeling funny down in your nether regions. You start feeling like a fucking ape. It's like, oh my God. It's just like this animalistic thing. Urge comes over you because these weird pheromones kick in and you're like, wow. It's like, I get it. So I understand the pheromone thing, man, because it's real. We are monkeys, okay? That's just it. It's just how it is. It was weird. So I
don't
understand.
feel safe anymore.
So, that's what it was like.
Yeah,
It was
Vader
very
was just like
strange.
pheromones.
Yeah, pheromones are real.
They smell like wet pussy.
That was really dirty, like section of the show. You're crying.
Real bad.
You got like tears. In your
Real
eyes.
bad.
Have you heard of Tune in Tokyo?
Emotional damage.
We just lost a couple of our people.
Oh,
in
I'm
spaces.
sure we did. Holy shit, this
No,
went
but
off the rails.
for real, that was a true story.
I believe you.
It was a true story. I
Let's
swear
get
to
back
God.
to the podcast. All right. I don't know. One star crowd. I'm with Jude. Terrible movie. Go watch it.
Don't go watch it.
No,
Watch it.
No,
Watch it. It's
that's
good.
not what I said.
I know. I'm with you with the 1-star crap fest. It's a horrible movie, but
It's not a horrible
I
movie.
feel like you gotta go watch
It's
it.
an Academy
You
Award
got
winning
to.
movie.
It's just so
It won an Academy Award for makeup.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's still
because
good.
Ron Pearlman has a slightly bigger brow. Anyway, that's it. That's it for Caveman Week. Holy crap,
What a fun
guys.
week.
What a great week that
I
was.
love
Don't
week.
watch the whole movie, but
No,
like
watch it.
someone reviewing it, like us.
This is gonna get for views.
Fire.
They're missing out on a freak classic if they don't watch it.
Jesus
That is for
Christ,
sure.
this was rough. All right,
It was
guys.
not
Did
rough.
that.
It was great.
That was a ton of fun. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you want to support the podcast, saltynerclub.com. You can get access.